I'm glad. I'm happy for you.
Publish it in Science. The publication, not the generic idea.
Oh, I thought you meant the generic idea
of Science.
Yeah,
public it in the public. God damn it!
Hello and welcome back to Fools in Fiction. We are the Fools, and we have finally returned to wherever we are. William and Mary. I almost said Harper's Ferry, but that's where my dad's house is.
I definitely am not in Harper's Ferry right now.
Yeah, we are back in William and Mary. It has been a while, and what we wanted to do this episode, instead of talking about some fiction, was just catch you all up on the events that have transpired in the last month and a half, kind of.
While you relaxed during winter break, we hatched an evil plot. By evil plot, I mean we took back the college, and we also maybe committed some crimes.
So last time you heard from us, Chris had just told us that that there was a rebellion that we needed help, that we needed to help with.
Yeah.
And so we teleported back to the school. And just to remind you all how this teleporting works. When Wendy came out of the When to See You, she gave us both these powers. The main one of which is that we can, or the most useful one, is that we can teleport ourselves and any willing creature, to use D&D parlance.
It's a 9th level spell. It's fucking convenient, though.
Yeah, but that's actually one of the reasons that Chris brought us back to William and Mary.
I thought that was going to be louder. I paused Finn because I thought I was going to belch at huge decibels. And then I just had baby.
Anyway, so the rebellion that was happening was our friends figured out that the podcasting club, the network, had expelled us from William and Mary, and they thought that wasn't great, so they were rebelling against the podcasting network. I'm not entirely clear what they were doing before we got there. Something to do with pool noodles. I don't think it was super effective.
I think one of them challenged the podcasting network to a game of beer pong, high stakes beer pong, that didn't turn out well.
But they thought, not the podcasting network, but our friends thought that with our Wendy powers, we might be able to help. And also, we should be back at school anyway, which is the whole, of course, point of the rebellion. So we came back, and we tried to figure out how to defeat the podcasting network with our teleporting powers.
Hard as shit, because they're not willing.
Yeah, it's like, you would think with so much JoJo we've watched, we'd be able to, handle some sort of creative use of power situation.
No, we're dumb as fuck.
Yeah, we spent a week just kind of teleporting around campus. Whenever we'd see a podcasting network member, we'd just teleport away, which was somewhat cowardly. But we did eventually end up teleporting in and out of the podcast network meetings just to observe them and see if we could see any weaknesses. Which actually did turn out to be the way that we defeated them. We noticed when
we got them on a technicality.
Yeah. So the teleporting, it turns out, wasn't super helpful besides giving us some info, some research. It turns out when they're uploading a podcast, they all have to stand in a circle and channel this energy, and they're temporarily immobile. So we were this other thing we realized is that they were still uploading our episodes, right? I mean, not during this time because we didn't have an episode, but the whole time we were exiled, they were still they were still the ones uploading us. So we're why are they doing that? So we looked into it, and it's because they are still going with the William and Mary Constitution, or not the William and Mary Constitution, the club Constitution.
That they are beholden to William and Mary.
Yes. And the thing is, one of the big things in our honor code is you cannot lie, and they told us after reviewing 3 episodes that they would publish us, right, when we first went onto the network, and they're still beholden to that, right? So that's why they were publishing our episodes this whole time, and so we came up with a plan that Yeah,
it's a bit out there.
And it's still, like, this is not a totally resolved situation. This kind of just puts it on the back burner.
Yeah, we'll worry about it. Like, we'll worry about actually figuring out this conflict, but we've stalled them thus far. So, we were like, well, if they're in, like, psychic mind prison when uploading a podcast, what if we recorded a podcast that was so long that it just trapped them in there?
Yeah, this is the classic concept of gay baby jail from Simple Flips.
Yeah. So, we not only had to have a long podcast, but also we had to make it, like, really compact and full, because, like, if it was just, like, an hour of silence, or, like, a day of silence, like, you could still compress that file.
We had to learn a lot about digital compression during this past month and a half.
Yeah, we also had to make the loudest and most consistent noise, like, forever.
Yeah, and we did this for a month.
Yeah.
So, like, we had shifts. It was a concerted effort. All of our friends brought behind us. There was a campfire at one point. It was just like this whole... So, yeah, we spent this whole last month recording a podcast episode.
Yeah.
Just the most chaotic thing we could, the loudest thing we could.
It almost killed us multiple times.
It was
like the act of doing it, not the recording.
Yeah.
The recording goes alive and kills them.
Oh no, that would be quite a twist. But no, so we sent that to the network, and they have to upload it, and that is.
I don't know why they didn't kick us out, so they didn't have to upload it.
Well, they kicked us out of the school, but they were still
like. Well, I don't know why they didn't kick us out of the club.
Oh, out of the club. I guess they could have done that. I guess they
maybe
it didn't occur to.
Whoops.
Yeah, but anyway, that they're still uploading the episode now. As you listen to this, this is actually our first day off of screaming constantly.
Our voices sound pretty good for it, and that's because
of all this water.
And we also replaced our vocal cords with the vocal cords of someone in the podcasting network. So rip those two people.
Yeah, that's a story for another time. The kind of
war crimes we've committed.
Yeah, but anyway, while they were all in this circle about, I guess this was yesterday that this happened. God, we pushed them into Pipetown. Pipetown being the building next to Small Hall with all the pipes in it.
So what might potentially happen is that they get Pipetown running, and its goal is to create heat. So it might, if it is running with them inside, it creates so much heat that it melts them like they're Nazis in Indiana Jones: Raiders of the Lost Ark.
That's the goal.
So, I mean, what are these innocent how'd they get here? Oh no. Well, innocent bystanders, people that have waged a war against our freedom fighter friends.
Yeah, but so we figured out, like, obviously the podcasting network is not going to upload this episode because they're currently busy. So we figured out how to, over all the time we were researching, we figured out the incantation in order to upload an episode. Mm-hmm. So we will ourselves be doing that for this episode afterwards. And if you've got a podcast that has been inconvenienced because the network is currently in gay baby jail in Pipetown, just send it to us and we'll upload it. We can kind of take over their duties for the time being.
However, we're not beholden to do that. We don't have to follow the Constitution.
Yeah, because we're not a club. We're just two people.
Yeah.
Which also means don't try that trick. Don't try that trick on us.
Yeah.
That we pulled on them, because we are not beholden to upload your episodes.
We're immune to contracts.
Yes. That's our I almost said fatal flaw, but the opposite. Our fatal succeeding thing. Our fatal advantage.
A fatal advantage? Dude, that sounds like a fucking crazy D&D podcast. Holy shit. Oh my god, that would be awesome. Alright, do we have anything else to catch people up on? I don't think there's much.
I don't think so. We can finally get back to school and get back to learning, which I'm looking forward to a whole lot.
I think we gotta research what the podcasting club actually does.
Yeah.
So we can, like, either masquerade as them or, like, figure out what's gonna go wrong or whatever.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to kind of clean up and understand post the events of yesterday and the month before. Chris is like very slowly opening a door. And now he has closed it.
He is gone.
But yeah, we're back in our apartment. All seems to be well, but we'll keep on learning and update you all as it goes by. And next week we'll do a normal episode.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
God willing.
But I do have. Where is it?
Uh-oh, Finn.
I got it. I have a haiku dream interpretation dream. Are you ready?
You said dream twice.
Oh, it's because it's haiku dream interpretation is the name of the segment, and then I have a dream for that.
Oh, okay.
All right. Video game world. I could jump backwards in time through 7 levels.
Would you? Is this all I get? What?
I just tilted the phone to show Joe.
So? Video game world is 6 syllables.
Video game world. Video game world.
World.
Video game world.
The L in world is syllabic.
World.
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 We're going to the internet.
Time to settle this once and for all. How many syllables does world have? World. 1.
No, it has 2. The L is syllabic. Dude.
No.
Yes.
This is not true. World.
Hold on. Where's the...
I hope you all are enjoying this riveting time of us on Wiktionary.com.
World.
That's 1 syllable.
World.
That's closest to how I'm saying.
Like, I'm pretty sure that's a syllable boundary right there, Chief.
Could you Google how many syllables does world have?
All right.
While you do that, I'll come up with an alternative thing. I got it.
No! Son of a bitch!
I don't have to tell you what else I came up with.
Ah, son of a bitch! All right. So...
All right, I'll say it once more.
All right.
Video game world. I could jump backwards in time through 7 levels. What you got? Chris, you don't... It's all right.
I wish we could isolate you whispering I don't exist and bass boost the fuck out.
And that's our new outro.
Yeah.
You want me to whisper I don't exist in there?
Yeah.
Of course.
Well, while Joe figures this out. Give us some ASMR, Chris.
I don't exist.
All right.
Thanks.
What does a whisper bass boosted sound like?
We'll figure it out when I edit this.
I don't exist.
All right. 7 is lucky. God, Chris. That definitely didn't pick up on the mic. The chair made the fucking dumbest sound I've ever heard when Chris sat on it.
Alright, I exist now.
Alright. Alright, so 7 is lucky. Jump through time. Want the future.
Wait, what? Jump through time, want the future?
Well, yeah, like jump through time, like shows that you want the future.
Okay.
But it's 7 syllables.
Okay.
And then video games are good.
Video games.
No.
Video games.
Yes, but I don't like that. Good.
Solid. That's our episode for this week. We'll get back to normal ones next week. We're still kind of recoiling from the war. But for the time being, we've won it, and hopefully we'll find a more permanent solution if Pipe World heats up and actually completes our murder of the members of the podcasting network.
All right. It's in accordance with the customs. It's a new year. It's time to do it for the first time in the new year.
Goodbye.
Please
of God, turn the podcast off.